research and development that we're currently doing in the sector. Within the sector, we've got WRC, which is Water Research Commission, which always looking for futuristic solutions. Last week we had a round table where we signed a commitment with the Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation, led by Water Research Commission, to actually fund future research and development that we require in the sector. And why I'm highlighting that is that one of the challenges that we're seeing in the sector is a situation whereby your toilet that you use was designed more than 100 years ago. So no one has sit back and said, how do I change the current design of the toilet to now be futuristic, to now accommodate what we know? Particularly with the climate change coming to the fore, we are flushing 12 liters of water to actually flush 200 mils of urine. Those are the solutions that we need to now come to the fore. So I'm trying therefore to say, currently we are doing a lot of work within the sector to find new ways of doing things, to find new solutions that are futuristic in nature, that will sustain and also assist with the prevention of unintended consequences that are coming through with the climate change in the manner in which we are using this precious resource called water. So we are doing that. There's a lot of collaborative effort that as well that we are having amongst ourselves as a sector to start testing these technologies, to start testing a new toilet, as it were, that is using almost no water, but is healthy enough to make sure that hygienically everything is nicely processed. To start looking at the entire value chain, that what happens after you've used this water in your sink to wash dishes, where does this water end up at? And how can we actually look from a circular economy perspective to take that water, to put it back into the system? Because the solutions are there. It's a question of how we then take those solutions to becoming industrialized. So therefore, our partnerships and collaborative efforts are very critical in the sense that they're looking at how do we get all the other private players from an industrial perspective, as well as private players from a funding perspective, to fund these new solutions, these new startups, which will become future industries, which will then provide future employment and align then the country and assist the country in terms of the achievement of Vision 2030.
Well, if you take into account where I come from, having been a soldier myself, I'm disappointed. Yeah, because we've got dreams, which we want to live and make sure that this is the society we create, a totally non-racial society, where everybody feels this is home. It doesn't matter what your color is, of what language or culture. We're not there yet. We still get involved in sidetracked by stupid little racist arguments from blacks, from white. We don't need them. We should marginalize those arguments and unite in the center. We were the majority and we've got the goodwill to build a good South Africa beyond 2030. We should do that. Away from that framework, we should ensure that people know there's a rule of law in this country. The NPA must, by example, investigate, prosecute, and make sure those who commit crimes are convicted and stay in jail, recover stolen money. That will restore confidence, not only of the people in South Africa, but of potential investors from outside. They want to know it's a rule of law country. So we must create that environment. Bring policy certainty on a wide range of fields, especially on the economic front. Like I said, money is a coward. It's not going to go away. It thinks it's going to be banned tomorrow. The issue of ownership of property, it's a world phenomenon. If there's no stability about ownership of property, people won't invest in the economy. You can forget about it. It's just something we have to forget about. So the populist policies scare away, just at the level of noise, the potential investors. We should remove that noise. We should be decisive and say this is where we stand about the Reserve Bank, the land, the banks, financial institutions, everything. And we must be predictable as a nation. Then we'll get in there. We'll get there. But we're not at the moment. We hesitate. Some leaders look on the left or on the right of their side. Others look internally in their own parties. These arguments are internal. If anybody was going to tell me the biggest enemy of the ANC is the DA, I'll laugh at them. The biggest enemy of the ANC is the ANC itself. The biggest enemy of the alliance is the alliance itself. It demobilizes itself and paralyzes itself.
The issue around the funding and the belief in putting your money into an untested solution comes from a human nature perspective. Everyone is shy of putting the money where it's not tested. We all like to put money in tested industries, in industries that are ready-made, that you can actually pinpoint and predict that by year 5 I will be making money out of this. What we are trying therefore to do is to assist the future solutions so that they become attractive for the people to put money in. That's why then we're assisting them by testing these new solutions within the sector and actually prepare them to be industry ready. It's a long haul, I must say. It's a tall order for us to get there, but we can only start trying or initiate it now so that then those who come even after us can take the baton going forward. That has been basically the preventative factors that have caused a lot of industries within the sector not to be industrialized, or solutions for the sector not to be industrialized in the main. But we are getting there now. We are very happy with the partnerships that we're having, and we're in every platform that we're now getting. Part of the decision why we came to Vision 2030 as Umgeni Water was to then basically bring or create awareness within the funding industries from a private sector perspective to say water industries is ready for investment. It is ready for you to put money in it. There are solutions that can be bought, but also there's a lot of work that still needs to be done from an infrastructure rollout perspective that will create those job opportunities, but simultaneously make sure that the economy is moving, money is in circulation. So we'd like therefore to have as many asset managers, as many investors coming through, assessing the projects that we have, assessing this infrastructure projects that we want to roll out for funding purposes.
For more stories like these, go to www.social-tv.co.za, subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on our social mediums.